Hello and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Josie Sabo.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean Francis. And because some of you are just worn out from the Grand Rapids Improv Festival that was this past weekend, right here, or not, you were busy doing something, and we were busy delivering the local, national, and world stories you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is NewsFlash.
Ooh, discordant ding-dong. No, you can probably back down just a little bit. The front of the mics are a little hot. Our top story tonight, the big news in politics is Kevin McCarthy is officially out as House Speaker. Sure, I don't know if that's good or bad. I honestly don't, because there's something heartwarming about the fact that both Republicans and Democrats actually agreed on something for once, in a minority vote that was only 8 GOP reps. But they all decided that Kevin could go F himself. But as today they resumed, they had to take last week because tensions were so high. They took an entire week off after the vote. So they resumed today, and McCarthy has already made it known that he would be willing to take the job back if they wanted to vote again. Take a hit, my guy. This is like the most pick-me simp move I've ever seen from anyone in Washington, D.C. This is literally an unprecedented move. Never before in the history of our country has a Speaker of the House been removed this way, and only after 269 days into his residency. Apparently, there are some things that Republicans are okay getting rid of before 9 months. So, slightly less unprecedented, multiple conservative pundits are once again suggesting 45 to step into the speaker's seat because I guess you don't have to be a senator or even a good person to be the Speaker of the House. He's currently, by the way, still facing 37 federal indictments. That's just for the classified documents that he had at Mar-a-Lago, as well as other court cases about the January 6th thing, using election funds to pay hush money to Stormy Daniels, tampering with the Georgia election results, and he has already been found guilty by one of these judges for making fraudulent claims about his company's value to banks and investors. So, I don't know, weird that the golden toilet boy was exaggerating about something. Even more shocking, this same judge has already had to place a gag order on Trump, barring him from commenting publicly about the trial after he made thinly veiled homophobic attacks against the judge's aide on social media, calling him Chuck Schumer's girlfriend. Classy as always, Donald, which would make it even more ridiculous, making him the Speaker of the House if he's legally unable to speak. Anyway.
45's not the only one facing fraud charges. Michael Lewis, famed author, known for writing movies that will make you feel smarter because they started as books, like The Big Short, The Blind Side, and Moneyball. He's in hot water over his new book, Going Infinite. This one is about the rise and fall of disgraced FTX founder and permanent teenager, Sam Bankman-Fried. In his book, Lewis is described as misunderstood and described the book as a letter to the jury. As Bankman-Fried is facing a litany of fraud charges, it seems the real Big Short of 2023 is Michael Lewis's reputation, but we still urgently look forward to the Adam McKay adaptation of this film starring Jonah Hill.
The Parents Television Council coming down hard on a show that was just added to HBO Max. A UK program called Naked Attraction, where contestants eliminate potential dates in a studio by scrutinizing their naked bodies, and that's it. Recently, all 6 seasons of this show were added silently to the streaming service, and per usual, anything remotely titillating gets a big no-no from the PMC, despite HBO famously having some of the most nudity in all of television. Right? Like, we've seen Game of Thrones. Despite the controversy, the renewed interest in this program has reportedly inspired development of some copycat programs and spins on pre-existing titles, such as Naked Shark Tank. American Naked Warrior, and Naked British Bake Off.
Also including Who Wants to Be a Naked Millionaire? Naked Deadliest Catch.
Let's sit on this one for a second. I like this one. Nice.
And most disturbing, Naked Apprentice.
Oof. Yeah, right, I agree. And of course, permanently taken off the table is Are You More Naked Than a Fifth Grader? Like, no, not even.
Speaking of questionable wieners, sadly, the summer of Frank officially came to a close as the Oscar Mayer vehicle, formerly known as the Wienermobile, which had quietly changed to the slightly less suggestive Frankmobile, changed its name back after only 4 months, which is only half the expected shelf life of an unthawed Oscar Mayer wiener.
Or a Kevin McCarthy term, yeah.
Even stranger, though, they decided to lengthen it to the more formal Francis-mobile.
I think that sounds nice, personally. My last name's Francis. Inside joke. So a group of, I said my name at the top of the show, so you should remember that. A group of hunters in Mississippi captured an alligator that broke the state record for length. Man, all these long things. Which was measured by a very brave Guinness employee. In fact, it's so long.
How long is it?
About 14 feet 3 inches. But it's not the length of the gator, it's in all how you use it. Either way, tough having to see him go. See you later. You said it, not me. I don't know.
A Ukrainian engineering company has developed a new weapon for the war with Russia, and experts are calling it a game changer. It's the Polaz M16 Combat Kayak, which is literally just a kayak with a grenade launcher attached to it.
It's real. This is a real photo, not doctored at all.
To be fair, I feel like adding a grenade launcher could be a game changer to literally anything, especially if the game is something like Clue, Mousetrap, or Who Wants to Be a Naked Millionaire.
Police stopped a car on the Florida Interstate Highway 75 near Gainesville, only to discover it was being driven not by some escaped member of a drug cartel, but a 10-year-old boy running away from home with his 11-year-old sister. Because, of course, as we all know, today's Florida boy is tomorrow's Florida man. The kids had driven over 200 miles from their home after their mother had taken away their electronic devices. But obviously all those hours of playing Mario Kart were good for something, so. This is just another reason why people should switch from gas to electric vehicles. That way you can eliminate any possible loopholes in your children's punishments. No more electronics, honey.
In other child news, a 7-year-old discovered a rare 2.95 golden brown diamond in an Arkansas state park. Maybe if she invests now, she'll be able to pay for 1 semester of college later.
A Detroit firefighter who was suspended for an entire month for taking nude photos of himself on the job returned to week this week. Obviously, he wanted to swing at Who Wants to Be a Naked Millionaire. Presumably, he should have stuck with OnlyFans, but I think even he knew that's a terrible way to put out a fire. Even stranger, his outgoing message to the people that he sent that photo to was, "Does it burn when you pee? I can help with that."
And now,
Great.
we'd also like to thank our writers for NewsFlash this week, and if you want to see your name up here, you can submit your jokes to the email comedyoutletmondays@gmail.com with the subject NewsFlash tips.
Yep, you can follow Comedy Outlet Mondays on all of these social media except for one. Guess which one? No, you can follow us and get videos of past shows. You can get lineups for future shows. You can get our submission form to put your act on our stage, and you can learn about other ways you could potentially get involved. And if you don't want to wait around for any of that, you could just stick around after the show for our full hour-long free open improv jam after this show. So, could be you. But now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome. Newsflash, this is Comedy Outlet Mondays.